Folks, it's time to talk about how you can make money on YouTube. Now, folks, I monetized my channel on April 8th, so a little over a month ago, and my channel so far has made $69.68. So just for the sake of argument, let's just round it out to $70. I've made $70 in a month and 4 days. I know it's not much, okay, but I think this is kind of awesome because I've been able, the way I see it, is like to create money kind of out of nothing. Well, I mean, not out of nothing. I work hard on these videos and it takes a while to prep and to edit and all of that. So it is definitely work that goes into this. But like this money wasn't there and all of a sudden it appeared. And no one had to like give it to me. I didn't have to sign any contracts. I mean, you sign up for Google and stuff like that. But like, you know what I mean? I don't have a boss really. I just fucking do this and I make videos and this money popped up. Now, again, it's only been a month and you would hope that as time goes on, I would be making more money. So I tweeted about this. I was like, hey, I made $64 at the time when I tweeted. I'm like, I'm pretty proud of that $64. And some people pointed out that that is more than minimum wage in Lebanon at this point. And that is true. Currently, minimum wage in Lebanon is 650,000 Lebanese liras, what used to be a little over $400, like $450. But overall, $70 is 875,000, which is more than minimum wage in Lebanon right now. This just shows you how much the Lebanese lira has depreciated and how worthless it is at this point. I just wanted to share this with anyone who, like, if you're struggling and if you need to make money, YouTube could be a way for you to make a little bit of money. Now, I'm on this experiment where I'm going to try to live off of YouTube. I'm going to try to ramp this up. And obviously, these numbers are going to go up. You know what I mean? Like, I've just started to monetize. My channel is still relatively young. It's not even 4 months old. But with time, you know, the more the audience grows, the more views you get, the more shows you do, the more episodes you release. Like right now, I'm only dropping one main episode per week. Once I launch my second podcast, it's going to become 2 episodes a week. That number is going to double. You know what I mean? And if it gets a lot more views, then it's going to more than double. So there is a legitimate way for you guys to make a little bit of money off of this. But then again, it's not going to work for everyone. And not all videos are popular. Not all videos get views. And it's hard to get views because YouTube doesn't really do a very good job of pushing independent creators. They don't suggest the videos. They don't recommend them. That's why I always ask you guys to engage with the videos, to like the video, to leave a comment, because it actually helps and it makes a difference. So you're fighting an uphill battle as an independent creator, and you're competing with all these other huge YouTube channels, and like YouTube constantly promotes CNN and Jimmy Fallon clips and stuff like that. It's an uphill battle. And look, this isn't like a tutorial on how to start a YouTube channel or anything like that. If you guys want something like that, leave a comment. I might be able to put something together where I just focus on that. But like, what would you guys talk about? Pick something that you like. If you like cooking, start a cooking channel. You know what I mean? If you like doing repairs around the house, you're a handyman, start teaching people how to fix stuff around the house. Pick something that you like. You can do vlogs. Go, if you like hiking or stuff, go vlog and, you know, film yourself going on adventures like J'Adventure, an awesome local YouTube channel. He goes out with his friends. They go to the mountains. They go skiing and stuff like that. They capture these amazing adventures. You could do whatever it is you want. And you might not get huge numbers at the beginning. When I started this podcast, I was horrified. I thought it was going to get like 200 views or something. I'm shocked that the first episode got over 1,000 views. I'm shocked that every episode has gotten over 1,000 views. It's very hard to predict how these things are going to go and where they're going to go. But after you've kind of picked the genre of video you want to make, be consistent. If you're consistent, if you drop one video per week and you get your audience used to this one episode a week on the same day at the same time, trust me, it makes a difference. You build a little community. They build like a habit of waiting for your videos. I think that makes a difference. So if you do want to do that, at least be consistent and don't give up. Don't let low views, because you're going to get shit views at the beginning, okay? This isn't like, okay, my podcast started out well, but I've been on YouTube before. I've tried a lot of different things, and I never got a lot of views, so you got to fucking persevere. And sometimes most of the time, people get discouraged because they get low views at the beginning, and they're like, why the fuck am I even doing this? Why am I wasting my time? This is embarrassing. I'm going to stop. And they fucking stop. Don't stop. Keep going, okay? Keep fucking trying, especially now when you don't have anything to lose. And there's a hunger for good, decent, fun, local content. There's a lot of garbage on like Instagram and stuff like that. Move on to YouTube. It's better over here. Now, one very important thing that people can see as a barrier is equipment. You know what I mean? It could be like a camera, a microphone, all that sort of thing. What do you do about equipment? Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about what I use, okay? I honestly tried to set up the cheapest possible podcast setup. This microphone was $100. Now, again, when I say cheap, I'm talking relative. The prices I'm going to give you guys are in dollars. I bought these from the States. Most of my equipment I was able to order from the US. So paying with dollars. So I know that converted to Lebanese pounds, a lot of this stuff is unaffordable to a lot of people. I know. But again, relatively, this stuff is honestly as cheap as it gets. This microphone was $130. This is a USB microphone. Most podcasters use like a Shure podcasting microphone that's like $400. This is $130, guys. I'm podcasting with one of the cheapest options out there. You can get a Blue Yeti microphone. There's a lot of options in that price range of this literally plug and play. You plug this into your laptop and it starts recording. It gives you what I think a pretty decent quality audio for the price, and it's accessible. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend $400 on a microphone and then like another $200 on a thing to just plug that microphone in. $130 USB microphone. You can find cheaper stuff. You can find stuff used. You know what I mean? Get creative. This microphone stand, $13 on Amazon. $13 stand. I got the cheapest fucking stand I could get, okay? I mean, one that did the trick, and like, be careful though. Like, my microphone is light enough so that this stand works perfectly. But again, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on equipment. I have a $70 ring light. My camera. Obviously, my camera. This is a camera that I bought in 2014. I've owned this camera for like 7 years. This came out in 2012. It is the Canon EOS M. It was their first digital mirrorless camera, if I'm not mistaken. And it has horrible autofocus, for example. So like, I wouldn't recommend this if you're into like shooting vlogs and stuff like that. But I mean, this is an old fucking camera that you can buy now, probably with a lens and everything, for like $200 used, maybe $250. And it looks pretty decent. Like, I'm literally using a 9-year-old camera and one that I bought 7 years ago. I took this to Comic-Con, 2014, New York Comic-Con. I remember I love this camera. It's been by my side for a while. I'm buying a new one now. I'm upgrading slightly to a better camera. But like, again, you don't have to break the bank on equipment. You can even use your, this is going to sound cliche, but you can use your cell phones, man. Cell phones have fucking amazing cameras, especially if you have like an iPhone. Those have pretty fucking decent cameras. You can shoot some really solid video with that. Don't let equipment be a barrier, and don't think you need to spend huge amounts of money to get equipment, because it is not necessary. But please, if any of you are on the fence or want to get on YouTube and are hesitant, don't be. Just fucking try it. And look, it's going to take time. It's not like I started making money right away. My podcast has been running for almost 4 months. It took like 3 months for my podcast to, like, you need to have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of watch time for you to qualify to monetize. I qualified for both. I got both of those pretty quickly, thankfully, relatively. But then it took like about another month for YouTube to approve me to get monetized. So all in all, like, it took about 2.5 months for me to even hit the threshold that I needed to be able to monetize. It might take some people less time. If you manage to like put out some amazing videos that go viral and shit, that's fucking awesome. It might take other people way longer. It might take you a year to monetize. The trick is to just keep going. Now, luckily, why is my podcast successful? I have no idea, honestly. You know what I mean? I think it's a combination of good branding. I've been around the block before. I've made videos on a channel called Iron Heyoka. I was on a bunch of shows there. So I maybe kind of developed a little bit of notoriety. I made a couple of videos on Instagram that kind of went semi-viral. So maybe that all helped. But like, I didn't have a massive Instagram following when I started this podcast. I had like 2,600 followers. It's doubled now. But like, at the time, it wasn't that huge. You know what I mean? You could do it. You guys can fucking do it, man. What you definitely need, I think the biggest obstacle for people is you are going to need like some kind of foreign bank account for YouTube to be able to send the money to. So if you have any relatives, any friends that live abroad, ask them to hook your fucking YouTube account to their bank accounts and use that. Like, that is the only obstacle you have to get around, I think, and then they'll have to find a way to like send you the money. You can figure that out, okay? But if you've been wanting to do this, stop thinking about it, stop postponing, fucking get into it.